Hey everybody, Radical Russ here from the Russ Belville Show and with MarijuanaPolitics.com at the International Cannabis Business Conference in San Francisco, California. Joining me here is legendary cannabis icon, Tommy Chong. Hello, Tommy, how are you?
I'm fine, except I'm not an icon, I'm Chinese.
Okay, we got that straight. Like I said, I'm here with Marijuana Politics, and what a perfect year for marijuana and politics. We got a presidential election. We got marijuana initiatives happening everywhere. Let's start with the presidential election, and since you're a comedian, let's start with the Republicans. What's your take on these Republicans and their stance on marijuana?
I love what's happening to the Republicans. It's like watching karma in action, you know. You wondered, all the crap that they pulled on Obama, and now it comes back to them in the form of Trump.
What do you think about Donald Trump running for president? And he's leading.
I love Donald Trump, man. I mean, he personifies the Republican Party. Everything they stand for, he talks about. The bigotry, the prejudice, the what's the against women, the misogynist. I mean, he's everything. He's got it all, and he's rich.
Yeah.
So he's a perfect leader of the Republican Party.
He has said that he's never smoked pot. Do you think that might be a contributing factor?
I believe him. I totally believe he's never smoked pot. You can tell by his hairdo,
Absolutely. Now, on the Democratic side, it's been quite exciting because we've got Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. What do you think about that race?
We only got Bernie. So, no, we've had Hillary. Hillary's done. We've had her for a lot of years, and I mean, she's got her excuses together, but Bernie's the man. Bernie's the man. I mean, Bernie is the anti-Trump. Think about it, They're both Bronx from the Bronx, or like Trump is from New Jersey, which is lower Bronx, But Bernie, he's great. He's that honest accountant that's coming in and going to straighten the government out by putting the money where it belongs, where it should go. And like he says, he can't do it himself, but what he's been able to do, what I like about it, is that he's showing us what a democracy really is all about. It's about one man, one vote. And all he has to do is energize enough people to get out and vote, and we'll have our government back. At least we'll have someone there that will be on our side,
Nice to think about that. And just north of us, I know you're Canadian, and Justin Trudeau and the Liberal Party won up in Canada. Your thoughts about that?
Again, I mean, Harper, the ex-prime minister was really George Bush light. He was just a bad imitation of George Bush. Whatever the right wing, because they're all owned by oil. Bush is owned by oil, and Harper was owned by oil. But Trudeau comes in, and he's like Bernie. He's starting right from scratch, and let's see what we can do for the young people. And Canada is I love what he's doing to Canada. First of all, he's getting us out of the war, and when I say us, because I'm still Canadian. And as far as the legalization of pot goes, everybody has to realize pot has always been illegal. It has always been legal in a sense that the people that did it, we know how to grow it, we know how to sell it, and we know how to what to do with the money, And thanks to it being illegal all these years, we've been able to cultivate the plant to the point where you can grow it indoors, and you can modify it to the point where you can grow whatever you want to grow with that plant. And then they're finding out that the whole plant itself is the best medicine. So it's a gift that we're rediscovering, and that's what Bernie is too. Bernie's like an old pot plant that's been around forever, and now his time has come.
With the Bernie Sanders phenomenon, one thing that stands out is his remarkable support among young people, like 84-14 in the New Hampshire primaries, I believe it was, among young people. But I've heard you speak in the past talking about one of the problems with our young people and their support of marijuana is they don't follow through and vote. So can you speak to that angle and to the young people about their power as voters?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a problem with young people, period. They get high and they forget to do things. Did you take out the garbage? Oh, I forgot, man. Yeah, but it'll come around, because the reason young people love Bernie so much is that he cares about their future. You see, the Republicans, they don't care about young people. They don't care about anybody's future. The trouble with the Republicans is that they're all addicted to making money. There's an addiction. They're hooked into it. It's not about having things or doing things. It's about being able to, like Donald Trump, the art of the deal.
Yeah.
See? It doesn't matter what the deal is, as long as he wins. You know what I mean? Right. And that's what most Republicans are. It doesn't matter, who gets hurt or who gets, who loses their life and everything, as long as they win. You see? Whereas Bernie, it's not about winning. Bernie's old. Bernie just wants a nice, comfortable place to sit down and, watch television and not have to worry about stuff, And the way, I love what he says about, the black vote, They're all talking about, well, Hillary, all the black people are going to vote for Hillary, and Bernie, because he's a white Jew, no one's going to vote for him. Oh, socialist, Well, the thing is, when you're young, you're colorblind, both ways, All you know is that you're young, and here's an old guy that's speaking the truth. The other people, they're like Donald Trump, he's got this weird fear of anything that's not white, like Muslims or, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I mean, and he really personifies the Republicans. Yeah. They're like that, and if you're not white, and that's the trouble when you get rich like those guys do. You get these weird habits, like.